Clearly it should be live. Oh, I have to click go live. All right, and we are live. Hope everybody's doing well today on this rainy Friday. Everything seems to be coming together quite well. Beautiful day. Right, and we are live. So there we go. Just want to double check that the stream is working. Let me pop out the chat. Now, if you have any questions, if you're a beginner, if you're not sure what to do, what I'd like to do right now is to take this link and I just want to send it out to some people that I think need it in their lives. All right. Just getting situated. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? Pretty cool, right? Weird and wacky. All right. Why that's doing that? It's a stream in a stream. A stream in a stream. It's like a dream in a dream. All right, we're going to break down the markets in a second for you. And we're going to break down why I do what I do. Just want to send this link to a few people. I'm trying to go no headphones today. I think I can see the levels are well. But when I hear the headphones, I'm more engaged. It's weird. Like when I can hear my own voice, I'm more engaged. Very strange. The Boy in Crypto, what up, boss? Nice to see you in good health. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Now, you were saying you were from Mass, right? We should link up, man. I hope you're not a weird psycho internet troll killer, you know? But yeah, I just sent myself an email, but my phone won't get it yet. There it is. I just want to propagate this link. Copy link. All right. All right, everybody, here we go. All right, so coming into the stream. Yeah, from Mass, that would be awesome. No, man, I'm a Navy veteran, 30 years old. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Much respect. Much respect. I'm about 37. Try to stay young, though. Try to stay young. I'm always like, yo, I never went over 30. 30 years old, that's it. Please show me your favorite coin. What a shiller. VIDD, VIDT. See, I haven't even heard of these. That's how you do. You look and search. Eventually you find the winners, man. They're out here. They're out here on the internet. So I had 1,800 followers on Twitter, and I woke up yesterday to 766. Found that pretty strange, but we'll go from there. UK is releasing prisoners left and right because of Corona, but Julian Assange isn't eligible for release because he hasn't been convicted of a crime. He has been held pending an extradition proceeding to the U.S. So strange, right? They just won't let that man free, man. Damn, man. Julian. Feel bad. All right. Let's get into the Dow. The Dow down 432 points opening for the day. Let's look at it in my channel here. Now, it is in my channel. As you saw, we already kind of, my white line here is predicting that the Dow will come out of this channel, fall out of it. We can tighten it up now. So look, we hit the top, came back to the bottom, hit the top, came pretty back to the bottom. Almost tried to hit the top, but we had resistance here at 2489, 2450, 500 there, this area, 2479. And then we bounced back down onto the trend line at 2387. So, you know, at 23. So 2400 seems to be a line in the sand, having trouble. We could also see this is top, possibly a double top. See a top, another top. That could be a short term. Let's just show you the short term possibilities here. You go from the top to the middle of the M. You move this to the side of the M, which would be the bottom of the M here, and then you take it. That would bring the Dow back to 21,000, taking it down a nice little, you know, almost 3,000 points. We're at 23.9 now. I see that happening in the short term. But I also see the Dow could bounce back up here up to 26,000. So these are two things I think could happen. But I do see this is a rising wedge. So either the Dow breaks out of this parabolically, which I don't see how something could break out parabolic when you have 30 million unemployed people. But hey, they've been able to do a lot of magician work lately. So that's why I've been a little confused. The market is just really strange lately. Very, very strange. All right, so you see that this is a double top, and we went over the fact that I think I'm still predicting a huge fallout from this. Almost honestly, like what I kind of see happening is it like falling back down here, and then we're creating a new trend, a downward trend line. And you can see we're in a new downward trend. Not apparent to you, but you could just draw a trend line here from the top down here, and this is our new trend. So look, our trend was up before. Look, we were in an upward trend. Now we're in a downward trend line. We're in a temporary upward trend, but downward trend. We hit this trend line. I mean, you can see it's kind of, and it could range up to here when we rage back up to this point here, which also hits the 200-day moving average. So it's a pretty interesting place to think about to start. You know, I knew the Dow would be down today. The futures were pounded at 393 when I woke up this morning, so it didn't look good for the Dow. What I'd like to see is just Bitcoin just continuing its move. Now, when something breaks out of a rising wedge like this, it's definitely a buy. Like this thing, I think is going to go parabolic. Now, I had it in this rounded wedge. If we didn't have that horrible fallout day, we probably would have stayed on it and then broke out of this triangle. Again, I showed you we're in two triangles. We're in this little triangle here. As you can see, this is the baseline. This is the top. And that has basically a nice price target of around 20,000. Look, we just take the base of the triangle. This is how easy it is, folks. Looks easy, right? 17,000. And then the bigger triangle, you can see I have a bigger target set up there. I put 25,000. So that's what I see happening for Bitcoin. It's still in an uptrend, as you can clearly see. You know, it has had some volatility. I mean, extreme volatility, of course, but it's in an uptrend. Coming back down to the trend line even would put it at a higher low at 57.88. I think that's what we could look forward to. So what I see happening for Bitcoin is this. We pump back up to 9,000. We have interesting times at 10. The fact that we didn't go to 10 when we went all the way to 10 that day, if you remember that crazy day, we went from 7 all the way to 10,000. In like a bunch of, in like 10 hours, it felt like it happened. But yeah, so that's just something that you could see happening. So I shorted the S&P yesterday on my Robinhood account. I just had a good feeling we were going to have a nice downward, you know, and what I did was I saw that we have a MACD cross coming here. We have a falling wedge in the RSI, which now we're breaking out of. Look, we're breaking out. Can you see? And we're in a falling wedge here, which has a 68% chance of a break to the upside. So I don't know about you. If you're doing something risky, wouldn't you want to take the odds in your favor? So as you can see, this is a getting sharp, a falling wedge, getting wedged in. See how the wedge is getting a little smaller here. From here it was wider. Now it's getting smaller. Now we could come back down, but the MACD is telling us no. It's a lagging indicator. This says we're about to break out. Go back to 20. So there's a good 25%, and I'm showing you 64% gains coming. If we go to where we're at right now, at 16, look, we opened. It's hard to see it. We gapped up. You can't see the open line because it's right there. See, it's really literally on my resistance line. So we're at a really line in the sand as well here at 1623. But yeah, let's see if my Robinhood account will sign in. I hate Robinhood. I've never used it before. I think it's garbage. It crashes, I heard, every time people use it. So I put $100 in it just to do a Robinhood challenge, and I want to see how we do. So we started with $92, as you can see. We are up $5 on the Robinhood account. We would like to see if we can take this account to $1,000. That's the plan. So we bought 6 shares of XPSU recently. Look, it's got Bitcoin too. I wonder if you can buy Bitcoin on this. That would be pretty cool. I'll have to look into that. But yes. So we are up $5. Pretty cool, right? Or where do we see the portfolio? Oh, you click it here. I think that's what it does. Yeah. How do you get free stocks? Invite friends, get free stocks. Share on Twitter. Okay, I did that. Copy link. Okay. You have 1 in 200 chance of getting stock in one of these companies each time a friend signs up. You have a 1 in 200 chance of getting stock in one of these companies each time a friend signs up. I don't want to sign people up to this. I'm not into it, man. Yeah, I'm not into it. All right. But as I could show you, I showed you how we pumped. We pumped a position out of here. Look at my position. So we bought at 1543. My equity is at 977. We started at 92, so we made $5. Dude, that's, you got to give me credit right there. That's 5% gains in a day, right? We bought this yesterday. And this is what I'm trying to show you, is I'm trying to just show you how to trade. I think everyone should just start small. Everyone wants to triple and double and quadruple. Like, gain a skill, and then you'll have it for the rest of your life. Like, you'll be able to pull some money out of the markets, but you need to practice this. It needs to be a skill that you practice every day. Yeah. Like yesterday, my friends asked me tons of questions. And like, really, this is the place for questions, because I can open my charts. I can explain things to you. I can get into it. Now, Benton Resources Group, I'm going to keep pushing this. BEX and BNTRF, BNTRF, I believe, is going to be the ticker. Yeah, for the stock price here in the US dollars. But it's at 8.5 cents. If we look at it in the last 5 days, we were down here at 7 cents, already went up. And if we look at it in the last month, we're down here at 6 cents, and we've already gone up to 8.6. So we're up about 30% in this. Pretty good. Now, if you were buying on the Toronto Stock Exchange, we went from 8 to 11. We're up a little more than that. So even 5 cents here on March 20th, and we're up at 11. So this is over 100% in Canadian dollars. More volatility there on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Boom. 128% gains. Since I've been touting this, talking about it for a while now, so just something to look about. Lamar Advertising on my radar as well. Looks like they're coming down and retesting in a wedge. Looks like they broke out of a wedge, but they seem to be kind of, We do have a MACD cross coming, so I would wait on this. I'm trying to find you guys a nice buy today in the market. I'm telling you, this SPXU looks great. I mean, it's coming out of the pink. It's in a falling wedge. It has everything that I would like for a setup to make money on. So I'm just pointing this out, and I put my money where my mouth is when I tried the Robinhood game there. So just something to think about, guys. Something to think about. Hold on 1 second. Let me bind something here that I would like to include. All right. All right, yeah. Now, someone's asking me, what would you buy? And I thought, GE. Let's look at GE, General Electric, right? In the stock market, if you look at it, it's at all-time lows, really. Kind of a double bottom here, a giant double bottom, which is kind of actually cool if you think about it. Very oversold when it got down here at that last moment. Coming up on the MACD, look at it on the weekly. On the weekly, it's about to rip. So this is a buy right now. I think GE will go back to $10 in the next, I think, month or two. Look at this. It's about to come out. And that's what I was saying. The only thing that worries me is with all my predictions and my beliefs. So we got Bitcoin. Look at the MACD cross here on the weekly, which is a very strong. Last time we had it here on the weekly, we rallied all the way to 14,000. So 13.9 right there. So just there it is. Very strong, very strong. You know what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to play this weekly chart. Had I played the weekly chart a long time ago, so you would have sold here. Well, actually, let's go to Crypto Lifer and put this on the weekly, and we'll show you the XBT contracts because we'll be able to see a little more. All right. BTC USD, BTC. So here it is before it all. This is like where we're hanging out, and then you see a big MACD cross coming right here where the blue crosses over. And we had a bit of a dip. You might have sold, but then the blue cross over again. You bought again. And then right here, so you would have got out at like 16.6. You may not have hit the top, But you get out around 16.6 if you saw that coming, maybe 17 if you were smart and you were looking at it. And then you would have waited and waited and waited, and you would not have bought until it crossed right here, and you would have pumped that up. And then you wouldn't have bought until it crossed like right here. So it's doing its cross. Just something to think about. We also have analysis by different people, which I like to see. But let's see what he says. They're experts, they do it for a living too. So you're just like, since starting March 2020, we are watching that the Bitcoin is holding very strong support of the 200 simple moving average on a weekly chart, even though the candlesticks has hit the price beyond the support level. But now the price line is moving above this support. At this time, we can see that we have a third green candlestick signaling that the price action is turning bullish. We have also 100 simple day moving average resistance above the price line. And at this time, Bitcoin is in kind of a sandwich situation. We have also witnessed such a situation back in November 2018 and April 2019 when the price broke down to the 100 simple moving average support and touched the 200 simple average support. And the Bitcoin was moving between these two moving averages. Eventually, price action turned very strong bullish and moved up by more than 300%. So, look, boom, boom. I think we're in the similar place. And I pointed that out on the weekly of the MACD. It's funny. Him and me are saying the same thing, right? He's pointing out this area. I'm pointing out this area. Just something to look at. Let's look at another template, a more robust template, maybe Market Cipher. Can show you what's happening here. We do have the MACD cross as well. We have bullish divergence or some type of hidden. We have bullish divergence because the price went down. That's bearish divergence. No, the price is going down, but this went up. Yeah, we have hidden bullish divergence, which is exceptional. The money line is pretty green. So we have a fat green money line. We're out of the red. You do not want to be in the red. Let me show you where the red is, like something like here in the red area. Well, that's red. See, it's like a pink red. It called this bottom to buy here, obviously, on the weekly. This is a very, very strong chart. It hasn't called another bottom yet. Wish I could take out these lines because these lines kind of get in the way. But, yeah, so you want green dots on the weekly. See if we see a green dot on the daily anywhere, though. So the last green dot on the daily there, yep. See, it said, get in here. I made a buy at 5,300, foolishly got out at 6,500, and then just kept waiting. And then my wife and her father, everything was going on. And, excuses. I'm making excuses for not looking at the market, right? You have to look at the market all the time. So just something you got to do regularly. All right. I don't know. I had a friend ask me 100 questions last night, and it's like sometimes I'm just not in that realm. Like, I don't want to sit and do finances at 10 at night while I'm alone. Like I do it here so I can relax at other times. It's just kind of how I move. XRP holding 21.6. Let's take a look at XRP. Okay. I like my simple indicator. Now, we do have a MACD cross kind of coming. Like, it's had its day in the sun. Looking for a little bit of a retrace, actually. We're not oversold too bad. We did get slightly oversold, but we got pumped back down, so we can have some movement back up. Looking healthy, but it's only a matter of time till this has to reset a little bit. I don't know if it's going to get back into my buy zone, but what's good is it's breaking out of this. I don't know if you can see. I know I have so much drawn here, but look at this yellow line here. This is a wedge because, look, we have a little bit, we have a little support. We hit here, we hit there. Could raise it a little bit. I probably made it on the 4 hour. That's why it looks like this. And in my mind, that was just an insane. Look at the head and shoulders, too. That played out perfectly. Like, that was a line to there. It played out perfectly, which is pretty strange. Now, my white line here is I got it from here. Head and shoulders, off the shoulder, down, boom. Tanking. Oversold area. That was the perfect time to buy. That's where I got in. I bought about $500 worth around that period of time. Haven't even looked at that buy since then. So you know what? It's up. I know it's up, though. I got in around 13 cents. So that $500 should be damn near, I don't know, 700 now, which is pretty awesome, right? Almost 100%ed it soon. When we get to 26, that will be $1,000 of $500. It's not bad. And I bought it in the about almost 2 months ago. So at 100% off $500, it's pretty damn good, right? Pretty damn good. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's look at Atom, my favorite coin to play. You know what? I'm going to start over with a lot of these because I have so much old work. There you go. You know it's hard for me. I don't know if you watch this channel, it's hard for me to delete that old work. But let's start small. Okay. Boom. So if you know me, the first thing I do is I just look at price action and I create support and resistance lines that I see. And all you do is you find tops. Like here's the top. Put a line. Okay. Here's a nice top. You can see 3 times we tried to get through this. We did wick through it. So you try to find a place like between wicks and candles that makes sense. All right. We were very oversold. Again, you want to watch this RSI on the daily. Really is the key. RSI on the daily is the key. Buying here and buying there would have been this. If you're patient and you just make these buys, very, very low buys, they tend to pan out, man. It's like it's hard at the time. And you know, stop losses can get you though. Like you can buy here and then get stopped out. Buy here, get stopped out. Buy here, get stopped out. But everyone says you have to use a stop loss. So I'm still in the middle of all that. Like sometimes I feel like you have to just put $500 and believe in it and think you're going to either lose the 500 or you're not. I mean, that's me. And a lot of other people are going to say that's horrible advice that I'm giving rookies that are going to lose all their money. Just something like every once in a while you have to have a coin you believe in and you have to put money down for a couple months. And you can't be ready to bail every 5 seconds when the price just moves up or down. You know, you got to set. But then if you're going to day trade, swing trade, you just got to tell yourself what you want to do. Okay? You know, like what you're feeling out of the situation. Let's look at the overall market cap. Bitcoin. Now, the entire market of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies is at $174 billion. Now, that's not too bad. I mean, when things get up to 300, that's when they start to cook. That's when I start to FOMO and get a little nervous. But Bitcoin at 8830, down 0.14%, nothing. Ethereum up 12%, holding this $200 region. Really strong when you see Ethereum. It just made a move from 160 back over 200. Very strong for Ethereum. Very good move. XRP back at number 3, holding it down at 21 cents, almost at 22 cents, up 0.3% today. Tether up a little bit of a cent. I don't like to see that even though I'm in Tether because that means it can go down a little bit of it. So you want to keep Tether at $1. You don't want it going from 99 to 101. You know, Bitcoin Cash at 256. Love to play Bitcoin Cash. It's nice, makes money. A lot of times you'll make a little more gains than Bitcoin if you follow it. Bitcoin SV up almost 1% at 0.84. Litecoin up 0.43%. Binance Coin. I like Binance Coin a lot. I just think it's something you want to hold. Between 12 and 13, I thought it was a really good buy. We're going to take a look at BNB Coin in a second on the charts. Tezos. Tezos, you get 6% a year for holding. So it's something to just put on your radar. I think you should buy some Tezos and you should have some Tezos. Stellar as well. Stellar is a payment network that kind of was breached or, you know, forked out of XRP by Jed McCaleb. So just something to look at. Chainlink, always have in your portfolio. If you don't have Chainlink, you're sleeping completely. Got to have some Chainlink. And Cardano, big winner for me. I love Cardano. I'm going to hold Cardano for like 3 to 4 years, maybe 5 years. That's my plan. Charles Hoskinson has a really big idea. He builds things from the ground up. He sees things before many other people see. He will have one of the most robust coins and infrastructures in the market. Guaranteed. Cardano still holding at 13. Monero. Love Monero. It's a privacy coin. Best privacy coin out there. One of the first privacy coins. Basically untraceable transactions. True freedom. The brave heart of cryptocurrencies. Monero at $64 and only down up 0.4%. All right. NAM Ontology. I like to take a look at Band. I'm going to show you Band. Band's been having some big moves lately. We can just get into look at what Band is. Band protocol. All right, so the Band protocol. About Band protocol. It's at $1.26. I cannot believe that. If you see, it was at 33 cents just on March 19th. This thing has 400%. Wow. To May 1st from March 16th. That was the fastest 2 months. Like March became April and April became May like that. It was just like boom. Let's research Band. I want to know what it is. I want to know what it does. I want to see what it's all about. Decentralized data oracle for Web 3.0 applications. Band protocol connects smart contracts with trusted off-chain information provided through community curated data providers. Connect to real-world information. Without access to the external data, the use cases for dApps are limited. Prediction markets are too liquid to be practical. Band Protocol provides community-curated on-chain data feeds backed by strong economic incentives, which ensure the data stays accurate. Connect to any open API. Band Protocol provides an infrastructure for blockchain and applications to connect with any open API without relying on a centralized party. This allows dApps to leverage existing data on the internet without compromising security, bridging the use cases between Web 2.0 and 3.0. Bring blockchain closer to mass adoption. Data availability and reliability in decentralized platforms has restricted adoption since the inception of smart contracts. Band Protocol provides a standard of framework for the decentralized management of data, serving as a fundamental query layer for applications that requires access to an off-chain information. This eliminates the critical centralizing trust and points off failure that the Oracle problem typically introduces to decentralized apps with their other designs. What Band solves: data availability, aligned economic incentives, decentralized trusting point, and data reliability. Band feeds data on-chain right where you need it. For high-demand data such as Ethereum USD price, the data are updated kept on-chain on a regular basis. The apps can request and use the data with just one simple function call. Explore data assets available. Band aggregates data from multiple providers. Band enforces strict requirements before serving each query. Each data point requires more than 2/3 of qualified providers to serve the data, which guarantees high tolerance for collusion. Dataset tokens on bonding curves. Each dataset has its own token for governing how the dataset functions. It incentives token holders and data providers to curate high-quality data, which in turn drives greater security for dApps. Community run. The Band Protocol. The company. Overview. Our mission is for decentralized and data governance. We provide an open source standard and framework for the decentralized management of data on Web3 technology stack. Band Protocol solves the issues plaguing current data infrastructures and decentralized technologies as a whole. It is estimated that over 1.2 million terabytes of data are stored on the web, and currently much of that is unstructured or unreliable. Through a standard framework, Band creates a community-driven data curation ecosystem that is secure, reliable, and accessible. Band provides a socially scalable method for widespread adoption and integration of trusted data that all applications can utilize. The CEO and co-founder, Sorvas Sarnawakun. Wow, they look Chinese, but they have, I think they're Nepalese, right? He's from Stanford, Boston Consulting Group. Interesting. So he's out of Boston possibly too. There's a chance they are out of Boston right now. Like to see that. The company. Career with Band. Excited about decentralization? Join our team on the mission to bring trusted data to blockchain. Decentralized first. We believe that data should be managed. Open positions. Tech lead, web development, software engineer, front end, senior UI designer, business development manager, head of marketing, and public relations. See, I'd like to do that. I think I'd be great at just going, send me where you need to go. I'll hang out in Bangkok full time. 22K to 45K. Not paying a lot though. Honestly though, in blockchain, I'd be willing to take a little bit of a pay cut just to start out, But yeah, what's up? We went over the DAO earlier, but we'll go over the DAO. What's up, Chris Conlon, if that is your real name, or if that's your pseudonym online. Now, I played. If you watch me, we're doing a Robinhood challenge where I take $100 and I see how far I can take that $100 into the market. So far, we did good. We took our $100 up to $105. If you look at the portfolio right now, we have made $5 off the $100, and we actually couldn't even put it all in. We only could buy $92 worth of shares, so we had $8 on the sidelines. Had we put the whole $8 in, we would be up a little more. But yes, we're up $5 on the $100 right now. So this is just the Robinhood challenge. What I did and why I did it, let me explain. I basically use three main indicators, and then I use other templates as well as we get more complex. But as a beginner, I use three main indicators. The RSI, the Relative Strength Index, which is an algorithm that shows how much more a stock can move in the momentum that it's moving. Eventually, it's going to run out of momentum. Like a car that has run out of gas on a hill. You push it down the hill. Eventually, it hits a flat area. It's going to keep rolling. And there's going to be a point where it just can't roll anymore unless someone pushes it. And That's the idea here, is that a stock eventually, opposed to its all everyday average, won't be able to move as much as it used to. So you can see big moves by using this RSI. And what you can do is, when we're above this dotted line here, we are called overbought, meaning too many people have bought the stock. The amount of money out there for this certain stock is dwindling. The demand is dwindling. And then it's basically a demand watcher, honestly. It's an oscillator, algorithmic demand, linear, logarithmic demand watcher. It basically shows you where the demand is faltering off. Like right now, we're in a falling wedge. It means that less people selling this. Not many people want to sell it. The demand is dropping for the selling of this. Anywhere below 50 and down into this region, I mean, you always really want to buy here if possible. You would love to buy these really oversold regions. So here, you could have bought it for 17 and then sold this for well above. Let's just show you here. You would have bought at 17 on February 14th, okay? And had you been smart and you saw this pump, you would have made 141%. You would have sold at $41. And we went up even more, but that was like, boom. I placed a few of my friends into this position. I explained why you should get into this position. I played this position a little bit. I played from like 21 to 30 and then from 30 to 40, just in and out twice. It was a nice move, exceptional move. I think we're ready kind of for a similar setup. I think we're kind of somewhere. See, like we go low, then we come up and then boom up here, or we go low, boom up. We don't always have to go that low. And what I see here is the MACD cross just coming. It's a lagging indicator, so we should already be moving up. That's what made my buy yesterday. And then you're going to see some green. So we want to hold this until this histogram turns something like this. See this white, and then we turn into the green area. And then we want to sell when we see our first white green, like this green here. This is where it kind of shows you that the trend, look, the trend begins here, kind of here at the end of the pink. See, it starts to round. Here it starts to come up a little bit, has a little trouble in this light green area, and then boomed up. It's always not perfect either, and you can't guarantee anything, but what you do is you use it, and you use the pattern. So we have a pattern, which is a 68% chance of a break to the outside. We have a MACD cross coming, and we have the RSI in a falling wedge. These three things are what's called confluence, make me believe. We do want to make sure we can break above these moving averages, but because I see the stock market pumping up so high, and this is a short on the S&P going down so low, to me it's like they're going to reverse for a week. So next week, I see the stock market taking some hits. I don't see what else they can do. I think we're going to have some housing data that's going to be upsetting, just stuff like that. So something on the radar is the thing that we might have a real estate collapse on top of the unemployment. People can't pay their mortgages right now. We're going to have, people had issues in 2008 when they had their jobs. Now you have millions of people without a job, and they were already over leveraged in these mortgages. So what do you think is going to happen next week? I mean, am I a soothsayer or am I just a realist, right? I mean, I can see it for what it is. Now, I went over the Dow earlier, but Chris Collins said, what's up with the Dow? Obviously, he didn't want to join the channel when it started, but that's okay. I like to reprimand my subscribers for not paying attention, you know. I'm just joking. But no, so we said we had a double top. We said that it looked like this. I think in the short term, it could come down to here. Yeah, you can see a lot of housing prices going down. People are trying to sell homes. In my neighborhood, homes are going up for sale. I'm noticing it. I just moved back to my hometown. I moved out of New York City, and I'm back in Boston, man. And I'm seeing just a strange move. And I actually plan on moving here in June. I had a whole nice setup plan. I had a job I was finishing. Everything was going well. My wife was going to finish her schooling and then collect her pension. Well, not her pension, but, you know, teachers collect a check throughout the entire summer, which is pretty sweet, man. Springfield, Mass is on clearance. That's good, man. Hey, it's not a bad area, Springfield, and you got Six Flags right near there, and you got Springfield Academy. You got some other schools and stuff like that. Might be worth investing in Springfield because, like, I don't have tons of money. I need to look for smaller economies. These are places that might be worth, you know, grabbing a little piece of the pie. And my next investment is going to be real estate. That's why I'm in gold right now, and I'm in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. I'm waiting for one of these kind of make a big move in cross-reference to the market tanking. I'm hoping that gold will hold. My prediction right now is that gold, Now, I told you, I said gold could fall out of this falling wedge. I saw a double top for gold earlier, and I said I think we could come back down to 1600, which is sad. I hate that, but I just something I could see happening. 1618, really, 1620. Oh, I agree, bro. Eyeing it very heavy, just getting credit ready. Good for you, man. You have your head on the right shoulders, man. I like that. My subscribers are people that kind of know what's going on. They pay attention to what's happening. Yeah, so I stack gold, right? Not tons of gold, but enough that if gold hit 10,000, I would have a fat stack. And I'd be able to sell at least half of it to put a down payment on some real estate. So that's basically the plan. The plan is gold to hit anywhere between 3 and 5,000. Really could put me in a position to put a down payment on a piece of property. Springfield, Mass. I will look into that, man. Thank you very much for that tip. Yeah, so we went over the Dow. We're basically saying that the Dow's the Dow. Look, it went up, it went down, it went up, it went down. It's in this channel. And this is a rising wedge, which has a 68% chance of a break to the downside. Like, I wouldn't want to be in a rising wedge. You know? Not saying that it won't go against me. Like, there's a chance that I'm wrong, and this short ends up not working out for me. But I think we're going to get back up, man. It's going to do what it did. Look, it had the falling wedge here, and boom. So we're kind of just like, see these falling wedges? Break out. Falling wedge, break out. Falling wedge, break out. And if you don't see what I'm seeing, let me just show you. Let me show you the fallen wedges. And you can even see them here on the RSI. Like, boom. There's a pretty wedgy wedge, and there's a wedge. So you can see how I'm creating this story from past. Looking at previous price history and watching how it. So look, it falls into a falling wedge. It eventually breaks out. Even if it's on a downtrend and it's not on a healthy downtrend, we're not trying to ride this for more than like a week. We're just trying to ride this breakout of the falling wedge. So there's a falling wedge we broke out as well. And then we have an even larger one. And boom, we have a breakout as well. So I'm playing this falling wedge, and I think we're going to have a nice fat little breakout coming for us. I think even by the end of today, we might end up at like 1660. Even there's a chance we hit 17.
Tomorrow's going to be very sunny, so we can barbecue.
Really? That wasn't what I saw. I saw tomorrow would be rainy, but I think you're right, my special.
Yeah, last night.
Little special bunny.
Daddy, last night it rained.
Oh my God, it's going to be 66 tomorrow and sunny. Wow, for 3 days straight, it's going to be all sunny. Yeah. 66, 71 on Sunday. Our first day in the 70s.
Daddy,
in the 70s since September of last year almost.
Daddy, it's not, Daddy. It just, you were wrong because it didn't rain last night. It rained last night, not right now.
Love you. Thank you, sweetheart. We'll enjoy a nice day. Oh, I agree, bro. I'm heavy, just getting credit ready. Yeah. So that's just something we got to look about. Thank you for everyone who's commenting on right now. Chris Collin, the Bullying Crypto. Appreciate that, man. It means the world to me. We have different people on every day. I got to start going on at 9:15 every day. 9:15 every day. I'm going to say that again, 19. My wife just went to get my son a Power Wheel from Target to get ready for the days coming. What town are you? You live in Springfield? Is that what you're saying? You live in Springfield? Yeah, man. Yeah, this social distancing. Like me and you, I would go meet up with you right now. We go sit in the Starbucks, or not that I like Starbucks, but any random local coffee shop, hopefully, actually, or some place that would be cool. And we could talk crypto. You're in Everett. Nice, man. And are you born and raised in Massachusetts? Is that like or did you move here, or what's your, It's pretty cool, man. I love connecting with people. That's why I do this for a living. That's why I do what I do on the YouTube network. All right, so 87.65 for Bitcoin. We want to see Bitcoin hold this trend line here. 4-hour trend line. So look, we want to see. What did I draw it on the daily? Yeah. No, not even. Just clean up my work. But yeah, we want to see Bitcoin just break out. I mean, we are breaking out of this rising wedge, which to me is a parabolic. When this happens, I'm telling you right now, I think we're going to see Bitcoin up at like 8 or 9 times. We are overbought though. So we're going to come back down. I think we're going to come back down and retest this trend line at 8,200. I think that's going to be the buy, in my opinion. Right now, I'd put like a $500 buy-in. Like right now, if you want to build a $5,000 position, or if you want to buy a whole Bitcoin, I put $1,000 in right now. I'd wait for that fall, put another $2,000-3,000 in, and then I would either wait for it to come back down here and fall out of this, which is very possible, but I've never really seen a breakout, come back in, and then fall out again. But yeah. Actually, I love going down to Assembly Row in Somerville. I love that place. Yeah, man, they redid Somerville. It's beautiful now. Like, I was just recently visiting a friend in Medford, and I hadn't been in Somerville in years, and the amount of restaurants and spots to eat, it's amazing. Wow, man, we should freaking start a company together, bro. Like, you give me goosebumps. Like, maybe we could do something together. Because I keep finding I can't do it. I can't do all these things on my own. Like, I want to be this amazing entrepreneur. I have 100 ideas. I've started multiple businesses. Some have failed. Some are still around. I have ways of making equity. I'm a video editor. You know, I do video. I even work right now. I'm still working. I think today may be my last day at work, though. So, but dude, I would love to connect with you somehow, some way. And maybe we can even do a Skype, just get to know each other, see what's going on, see if we can find a way to make a change in the world with a business that we love, you know. This is good. This miner buys 1,000 new ant miners as Bitcoin halving looms. Publicly traded company crypto mining Riot Blockchain Inc. says it purchased 1,000 next generation mining machines as Bitcoin miners brace for the upcoming halving in mining rewards, expected to occur on May 12th. The company said it has recently completed a purchase of 1,000 units of the next generation Bitmain's S19 Pro Ant miners. I feel the same way. I'm a retired veteran. I have time on my hands. I would love to link up. Email me. Cool, man. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. Thank you very much. And you can see what I'm about. Like, you've probably watched me for a couple, you know, I think you've seen the show more than 10 times. So you've seen me for 10 hours. See how I treat people. See my demeanor. Kind of see how I think. Coming to my channel, you can understand a lot about my psyche as a human being. It's probably very more intimate than just meeting me in person. Coming to my channel is very intimate. Kind of bring you into my home, bring you into my world, right? Bring you into what I do for a living, which is interesting. Really excited about this being up on my first ever buy here on Robinhood. Just like, I like numbers, man. I like playing with numbers. I find it fun. Follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33, where I do put posts and things that I do, trades that I make, and things of that nature. Yeah. I try to be more consistent. I had to take those 2 weeks off, though, man. Things were just crazy, man. But I had a yearning. I knew people were waiting and I had good information, and I was keeping it from the public. And I said, I can't do that. I can't study as much as I studied, learn as much as I learned, and not give some of that knowledge away. Now, Band up another 20% today alone. Like, I could have bought it yesterday and made another 20%. Like, I thought, don't go chasing waterfalls, right? I mean, it's going to have a pound down, right? I mean, there's going to be a retrace. Let's just look at where the retrace will go if we would like to get into Band. Because Band's an amazing, we looked at it, seemed to like it. So we pull a Fibonacci retracement. We should come back to the 618. So we'll put a buy box in here and we'll leave it alone. And this is really how you have to play these stocks, cryptos, even anything. And you just tell yourself, I'm not buying until it comes back down here. And you'd be surprised. It'll come up. It'll dip down one day on a wick. Something will happen. But yeah, so if you want Band, you want to get it in the 618, you missed the pump. Just get over it. Decide the fact that you missed an easy 277% gains. Imagine if I put my 5K crypto portfolio, my trading portfolio in there, and I had 388% gains in roughly 2 months. Less than that. From March 29th till now. Damn near a month. 1 month. Turned $5,000 into damn near $20,000. That's what cryptocurrency will do for you, okay? And can do for you. But I'm not saying it's going to happen every time, but it does happen. And you do have to pay attention. No days off. I got to tell myself, no days off. Look, I was watching H-bar. I said H-bar at 3:30. I kept telling people, I like it. I like it. Look, it came down, spiked. Came down, spiked here. Came down, spiked here. Came down, spiked there. Now we were down, and I was playing this line so closely. And actually, I should have just kept watching it. Because look, it got closer and closer into this channel. And then you can even see we were in a smaller channel here, which was about to break out. This triangle here. And boom, we just broke out. Confirmation of a breakout. Up 14% on H-bar. Boom. Shaka-laka. And you could see the MACD cross was right around here. You wouldn't have been in the money, though. You might have gotten stopped out there, so it wasn't perfect to play. It came back down, and then it crossed again. You have to kind of zoom into it. So we crossed, but when we crossed here, you should have got out. But then we crossed again. It's not easy, man. It's a lagging indicator. It's not. I'm making it look so simple, but it's not as easy as it is. But it takes time. But again, buying below the dotted lines would almost, look at that. You would have bought down here at 009 in January at the beginning of the year. And had you sold into that huge pump, you would have made 600% from January 27th to February 11th or the 12th. So in 2 weeks, you're telling me in about 20 days, you would have made 640% on H-bar. So just something to say. Are we ready for another parabolic run? You can see this is how it started. Something to think about. But this was on my radar. This was a triangle that I was really watching. 2 weeks ago, it was on my radar, and I kept just kind of looking at it. I was like, damn, this is going to pop. I even seen it at 32 yesterday. I was like, this is the one. I should have made a play on it. I'm not sure why I didn't. I'm telling you, my brain was just not there. It's sad when you know what's going on, but like emotionally, yeah. My wife's father has COVID-19. He's been in the ICU for 4 weeks now. Today we might get some information to find out they're trying kidney dialysis. They're trying everything on the guy. He's on sedatives, kidney dialysis. He has a fungal infection. His kidneys aren't working. His lungs aren't functioning. They're worried about his heart. Like he's on 100 different machines. And just watching my wife go through that, she's like, I just talked to my dad yesterday, and now he's not here. Like, where's my dad? Like, what? And I'm consoling her, and I'm trying to be there for her. And, and we don't have family members around. We can't be around anyone. She has no one else to turn to. It's tough. It's really tough. And my head wasn't in the right place. And I missed out. Like, I'm like kicking myself right now. Like, I'm showing, this is what the channel's about. It's not just about me showing you guys how to trade and what trading is like. It's showing you what life as a trader is like. Like, if you want to dive into crypto and you want to make it your life, you're going to learn how to trade. And there's no cryptocurrency guy out there that doesn't watch the charts and doesn't understand some of these oscillators and some of these indicators. And I have so much more to learn. I really do. Look, I keep pushing this at you guys. Benton Resources, Inc., they're a gold miner. They just made a big purchase with Clean Air Metals, right? They have options, stocks. I don't know, look at this double bottom, a giant double bottom. I mean, if that doesn't, which I showed you, shows a gains of 163% if we just buy the bottom here. From where we're at now, gains of 98%. But I mean, showing you a double bottom on a chart, it's a very strong indication that it's on the way. These tend to play out a lot, just like double tops. I see them play out a lot. So let's check back on gold, 1685. As I said before, I think gold will go back down to 1620 region, just because it's going to play this double top. Traders are going to play this pattern, and that's it. And then at that point, I would reassess. And look, we have a few more red histograms to come. Boom, boom, boom. As the histogram plays out, we're going to see gold. Mark my words, I think I'm going to put a box in there. But I see gold somewhere in here and by Monday, Tuesday, something like that. Just going to happen, man. It's just how the oscillators work, right? The Dow is still holding down 439 points. Boom. All right. Oh, let's check on Link. We didn't check Link. Link's something that I would like to see right now. Been very volatile asset, but it's also one of the strongest assets out here in the market. Not owning Link, I think, will be a bad idea eventually. So you can see I was watching this triangle. I said to buy Link at 182 anywhere in this purple zone. This is my purple zone. I said if you can get it in here, get it in here. We were also riding a trend line on the RSI here, like kind of dwindling on oversold. We boomed up, all the way to 490. We hit that $5 region. We came back down, right back down, which kind of looks like a funky double bottom, as you can see. I've never really looked at it like that. But look at the double top playing out perfectly. There was the whole double top from here to there. And then you take that and you bring it here, and it came back, which is really this bottom area here. Sorry about that. I don't have COVID. All right, so, and then we came back into the triangle, and it's almost like you should just erase this. That was just insane, right? And just kind of act like it was still, and that's it. And then it reacted as if it never left the triangle and boomed right out. And you can see that we have a target, if we go up here, to about 466. So some more gains coming. And higher low, we definitely have higher low, so we have a trend line going. It's a strange trend line, but we have one going. You can kind of keep this moving if you want. You could say that was like a wick down. So we come back down to this trend line here at 227. There's a chance. See, there's a chance there. Like we went all the way up here and we came back down. You know, that's why this market's very volatile. You got to ride these waves. Like I would have taken a lot of profits on Chainlink. If I have just a long-term position in Chainlink, I'm going to hold. But if I was getting in here, I would have taken at least 50% off the table. I mean, you got to take profits. You got to take profits. You got to take some profits. I know all those people about long-term, short-term gains, but I talked about this yesterday with some friends. You got to take profits, man. I just can't believe what happened to BAN in front of my face. Something I watch a lot. And it's made a lot of pumps. Like here it had a pump like you wouldn't believe. It went from 41 cents all the way up to 74, which is damn near an 80% pump. So, I mean, it had the legs. People were watching it. And look at it just boom. I mean, it's still up even more. 277% if you bought it. Not too long ago. Look, April 11th. April 11th. Could have bought this for 35 cents. Kicking myself right now. The life of a crypto life, man. Second you take 2 weeks off, things you've been watching are going to explode, and they're going to say, why? But you just got to be patient. The money comes. It's like a snake. It sits there and watches its prey, right? For so long. Until it knows that when it strikes, it's guaranteed to get it. Like, it just waits. It doesn't scare its prey off. It wants to sit there and then just, bah! It's kind of how you have to trade. You have to set it up. Like, you have to see your prey. This is my prey, H-bar. You have to watch it. You have to wait. And then let everyone else's emotions play into your plan. And then walk away nice and calm. It seems so easy. It seems so easy. It's not that easy, but it can become more, you can become more acclimated to making the right decisions. That's kind of the best way to put it. You can become more acclimated to making the right decisions. Over time, you can train your brain not to listen to your emotions. It's like fight or flight, right? I mean, this is kind of a bull flag. It is a rising wedge too, though. I mean, it isn't a rising wedge. I can't lie about that. It's a 68% chance of a break to the downside. If it breaks down, we could see it come out the length of the pole. Something like, oh, you can hear the birds chirping out there. Beautiful. Boom. Back here to 276. So there's a chance that we get it in here if it breaks out. So just put a buy box in here in this little range. This is where I like to get Chainlink. Nice and patient. Wait for it to happen. Kind of is forming a new down trend line, if you can see here. So now we have a new trend that we need to break. See that? So boom. We break this trend line, then we kind of continue this trend line. I'm drawing a lot of lines for you guys, but right, this trend line here. Also, so it seems like we could even come up here and then follow, and this could be the area here. That almost looks like somewhat place I want to look at too. Will these trend lines meet? Boom. X marks the spot. 340. But yeah, definitely looking at chain link. It's got a strange pattern now, honestly. But you could say it just broke out of this triangle. You can kind of get rid of this area. Interesting. What if I even just want to do one thing? I don't want to ruin my triangle, but why is it doing that? Oh, I gotta get out of the drawing mode. There, it's like you could say that's a giant bull flag, kind of. But I like these points that it's hitting here. All right, let's get into some of the news. Let's see what they're saying. Let's see what the people are saying. So a miner buys $1,000 worth of a crypto mining software, which is pretty good. He's looking to cash in. Wow, number of Bitcoin whale addresses surges as Bitcoin pushes for 9K. Bitcoin whales are reportedly returning to the market due to the price movement of the largest cryptocurrency towards 9,000 level and other activities. These big investors are beginning to bag Bitcoin again, according to the information provided by Glassnode. As of Wednesday, the 7-day moving average for the total number of addresses with at least 10,000 Bitcoin and above increased to 111. This is considered as the biggest point since the second day of August 2019. Earlier in March, this reported number raised by over 11%. I mean, 11%, that's huge. The activities of long-term holders might have influenced this development as well. The co-founder of the stack, Matthew Dibb, commented that the rise in the number of Bitcoin whale addresses might probably be triggered by the return of the long-term investors looking to increase their digital currency holdings. Why are Bitcoin whales making a return? Considering the rapid growing interest with Bitcoin whales and the long-term investors are largely related to the activities within Bitcoin's ecosystem. Among other things includes the upcoming Bitcoin halving, which has been hyped within and outside the cryptocurrency industry. Yeah.
Acquisition and performance marketing. A story about a bat who was caged and then eaten. And then we're like, oh shit, we should stop eating animals. Fuck. This December.
I love the music.
The Bat. From Paramount Pictures.
From Paramount Pictures. That's Chris Collin, man. My buddy, man. So I try to get my friends onto the live stream a lot. And one of my friends today woke up with an idea about a bat movie. I'm trying to see if I can get them to come on right now to talk about it. They say if I talk about the bat movie, they'll come on. All right, guys, I'm live right now. Come on. Jump on the live stream, man. I'll put the link right there. Just come on in. Just hit the link and jump on. Let's talk about bats for a little while. Yes, Summer. Let me see it. I haven't seen it yet. How could I think about it if I haven't seen it yet? Oh. Wow, did you get it straightened?
No, Mommy cut it a little.
She did, huh? Mm-hmm. Come here, let me see. It looks so pretty, though. It looks like it was just... Oh, I love your curls. You're so beautiful. You know that? You're so beautiful. All right, what's up with the Dow? There's Chris again. What's up with the Dow? Yo, so we just played your, hold on. We want to talk about bats. We're going to get everyone into bats. So this is the new movie coming out.
From the studio that brought you data acquisition and performance marketing. A story about a bat who was caged and then eaten. And then we're like, oh shit, we should stop eating animals. Fuck. This December, The Bat from Paramount Pictures.
This December, The Bat from Paramount Pictures. We know this didn't come from a bat, but you know what, man? There's a chance that it did. There's a chance that it did. So we missed out on H-Bar. I told everyone to buy H-Bar. I was killing it. I mean, look at this freaking triangle. It was so beautiful. It was like, mwah. Like it was going to break out. It was only a matter of time you're going to make the monies. The monies out of H-Bar. Most people don't even know how to buy these things. I push them on people. I'm like, yo, you don't pay attention. Key. Look, this is 1 cent. This is 1/10 of a cent. This is this is 10 cents. That's 0.1. That's 1 cent. Right? No, that's 10 cents. This is 1 cent. This is 1/10 of a cent. And this is 1/100th of a cent. So this is not even 1/10 of a cent yet. That's how much it costs. All right? You're talking about penny stocks. This is how you make some monies. You put $100 on this and you forget about it. It goes to a cent, 1 cent. It just hits 1 cent, and you're going to. Let's do the math here. Let's do the math because I think it's like 700% or something. So let's just say you put $100 into self key right now. Yeah, you consider it lost immediately, but put $100 into self key. Where it just went even to 0.008. So you have 0.01 divided by 0.0008. You will 12 point times your money times $100. You'll make basically $11.50 off your $100 if you buy self key and leave it for like 6-7 months and you sell it at 1 cent. Now, if this goes to 10 cents, damn near you'll make a shit ton of money. So I'm just pointing this out. Chris, we went over gold and all this stuff already, man. Can't come in late, but I'll do it for you because I love you. I love you. So we went over gold here at 1686. I said it's going to drop to 1620. It has a double top, and it fell out of this triangle. It should have stayed in this triangle. We could extend the triangle possibly, but in my opinion, everyone had it drawn and it fell out. It was kind of like this. That sounds beautiful up there. Got to encourage the kids whenever they're doing the music. Got to encourage. And it comes down to 1616. So even this white line possibly at 1619. So this is my line in the sand for gold, and also it could be here because there's support here, strong support here at 1637. So these two lines, but I definitely think gold is coming down into that region, and just a healthy pullback on its way, on its move. Look, there's the double top there, played out hard. Here's the double top. It's gonna play out hard. Let's have a nice recovery and keep on moving. It looks very bullish, extremely bullish. This is my chance for questions, comments, concerns. All right, folks, getting down. Yeah, but my friend basically wrote a movie in his mind this morning about a bat. And he wants to make the movie about coronavirus, but from the bat's perspective. So the bat lives, it does all these cool things. Next thing you know, it's like getting devoured. And next thing you know, we're all like sick. So it ends when everyone's sick. It begins with the bat's life. Kind of like a bee's life. Could be a bat's life. I don't know. I'm just going crazy with this now. Now, Bitcoin, man. What did it do with Bitcoin? What do I think is going to happen with Bitcoin? My last analysis. Well, we're overbought. But we were overbought here, like here. And this is when we started a parabolic run. What I go back to is the weekly. I when in doubt, zoom out. And I say the last time we had a MACD cross was right here. We boomed up very, very hard. We had one MACD cross here, and we started to boom up. It's weird. We had a red MACD. What was the lagging indicator? So this was a boom up here. So this is another time we had a MACD cross. You see, it starts to move up before the indicator crosses. See the move up here? So this is this area. This is this area. And then a big boom up in the green. We're about to hit the green. I'm telling you right now, live on camera, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make the Bitcoin purchase. A big one. Dun, 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 dun. USD, Bitcoin. We're going to go for it right now. $4,894. We're going to get it at 8821. And this is on the weekly chart. Let me just look if there's any downside on the hourly, just to see what's happening. On the hourly, we do have a MACD cross coming, telling us that we're going to have a little bit of a downside. We do have a triangle on the hourly, though. Let's see this. So you pick the hourly to find your best place to get in. You use the weekly to decide, you know, what could occur. Now, I could just play an altcoin, like look at Band, and then I could have made 20 grand and then bought a whole Bitcoin and still had 12,000 left off the 5,000. So these are just, now we're coming to the bottom of a trend line, which is possible. We still have a little more downward movement here, but this is basically a bilateral triangle, which could break up or down either way, basically 50-50 moves. But it does have a short-term target of 9,800. So it's kind of what I'm playing here. Bottom of the trend line. We do have a MACD cross coming, saying that there's going to be a little bit, but it could be like one of these where it kind of just does a little bit of a dippage. Could see 86 possibly, you know. So you let the price come to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to 86. I'm going to put a limit order. We're going to try to get in at 86.50. 86.50. We'll play it right. All right. 100% of that capital there. We're going to get 0.56 Bitcoin. I had 0.98 when I bought it for 5,300. Should have held it. I would have been up 4,000 already. But I sold at 65, thinking I was sweet. And then, of course, my wife got all crazy and I took 2 weeks off. And then it is what it is. It is what it is. Now, if I take profit, we want to take profit at that line that I just drew here at 98.56. But we could, if we hit 10, we're going to play games up there. So let's just take profit at 9,800. That'll be psychological. And a stop loss, if it hits 86.50 and it crosses, I'm going to go raw, man. I'm taking off the stop loss on this one. And the only reason I'm doing that is because this is going to be a long-term Bitcoin hold if I get in at that 86 movement. So we'll see. We'll create the trade. We'll confirm that trade. Trading successful. So we are waiting for Bitcoin to come to 86.50, which we'll get in. We have a take profit at 9,800. We have about $5,000 on the line. And there we go. All right, guys. That's it for the night or for the day. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to my channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Remember, crypto is life. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. And I'll be back tomorrow. Love you all. Be very safe and be healthy out here. It's no jokes. No jokes out here. It really isn't. Yeah. But thank you guys. Hit the like button. Comment, subscribe. I see 3 current. Hit that like. Thank you for the Boiling Crypto. Thank you, Chris Conlon. Thank you every single person that came on the channel today. I really appreciate it.